happy that you are here today. Welcome, and I'm your worship, Tam Paquette. This is a come as you are congregation. You are welcome here just as you are. We want to extend a special welcome to any visitors who want to stay connected with us, so pop on back, drop them your email. We promise we won't spam you. Here at Namaqua, we foster a beloved community that celebrates diversity, strives for peace and justice, acts mindfully for the good of the planet, and inspires spiritual growth through a free and loving search for truth and meaning. We honor the ground that we walk upon, and we acknowledge that this is the land, its traditional ancestral homeland of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. We recognize and honor the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land, and we vow to reconcile the deep wounds that still shape our world today. For our announcements, we got some good stuff. All right, take a note on the back of your order of service. There's lots of things on there, but let's highlight some fun things. Oh, Trish Murtha, are you here? Trish, is Trish in the house? Oh, okay, anyway, so Trish, on our women's group meeting, which is fabulous, we're doing a word stream with guest artist Trish Murtha on Wednesday from 6:30 to 8:30. Please join us for a playful and meditative write and paint program where creativity flows through both words and watercolors. This interactive session invites you to explore self-expression in a fun and relaxing environment. There's more details on the announcement. Who wants to save a life? On Saturday, March 15th, from 10 a.m. to 11. Sue, are you here? Where are you, Sue? We love you. Okay, we love you, Sue, wherever you are. She's teaching us how to help in an emergency here in our congregation. The class will be held in the sanctuary. It's 1 hour, and she's going to cover what kinds of events require CPR and when to use the AEDs, automated external defibrillator. All adults and youth are welcome. On next Sunday, beginning at 10 a.m., the service is entitled, Why We Can Trust in Love, Wisdom from the Eastern Traditions. Janet Wright, fabulous. She's doing, with her mindfulness group, they're exploring what love can teach us about ourselves and the universe. We are providing meals for Dick and Carol Barton, and I'm sure they're watching on Zoom, so everybody turn around and wave and give them love. We love you. Dick and Carol Barton could use some help with some meals a couple times each week. The sign-up link is in our weekly emails, or please talk to Reverend Dana. They don't have any food allergies, but they ask not to have any pasta dishes. Thank you for your kindness and generosity to support Dick and Carol through their challenging time. And next Sunday, NPR, Namaqua Public Radio, will be broadcasting live during the Sunday service from our NUUC Sanctuary Studio in America's sweetheart city, Loveland, Colorado. I'm your host, Tam Paquette, showcasing the new program, Good Morning Edition, with very special guest, Pledge Drive Party Chair, and new Namaqua member, Kathy Spoon. They will be taking calls from listeners at home while making a national network anchor, Melissa Block and Alyssa Chang, nervous for their jobs. You won't want to miss this show. Oh yeah, you can Yahoo on that one. And please join us after the service today for our big pledge drive potluck. We don't just party here. We party with a purpose. We don't fundraise, we fundraise. So please come. It's a party next door after the service. And many, many special thanks to everyone who volunteered to make this service possible. We love you and thank you.
One more time.
Check, check.
Oh, cheerleader voice. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Nobody goes to my hand.
Yep.
It's shiny.
You're on. Yeah. Check, check. Scooby-Doo? Okay. Should we?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
So our opening words this morning,
It's a poem from Rudy Nemser. Rudy Nemser is the poet, and it's called Long Haul People. Long haul people, not truckers, long haul people. You find them in churches when you're lucky. Other places too, though I mostly only know the ecclesiastical varieties.
long haul people.
Check, check. Long haul people, upon whose shoulders and pocketbooks and casseroles and daytime, nighttime hours, a church is built and maintained after the brass is tarnished and the cushions need restitching.
They pay their pledges in full and on time, even when the music is modern. They support each canvas, even though the sermons aren't always short. They mow lawns, they come to suppers, they teach Sunday school when there's no one else, and they'll miss service.
Ask what they think of the minister, or the plans for the kitchen renovation, or the choral anthem, or the Christmas pageant, or the color of the bathroom. They'll reply, individuals and fashions arrive and pass.
The church, their church, will be here steady and hale for a long, long time. It will. For long haul people, bless a church with a very special blessing.
They keep it vital and alive and growing for all who walk through their doors. You are those long haul people. Thank you. And I invite you to rise, if you are willing, in whatever way is comfortable for you, to share in saying our morning affirmation. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service its call. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. And I invite you to turn and greet those long haul people and everyone sitting.
You're so cute.
Good morning, good morning. Nice to meet you. think this mic is working. Oh, by Jove, it is. Look at that. Larger than life. Well, just in time for our story for all ages. Anybody want to come join me? Anybody who identifies as a child want to come join? Are you identifying as a child today? You may be? Okay. You can still be an animal today from last time, too. You want to come join me, George? Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, this is so cute.
Toothless.
Toothless?
Yeah, he's from the movie.
Oh, okay. I better watch that movie. This is called The Gift of the Gemstone. Do you like gemstones?
Yeah. I
Do
love
you?
Gems.
Do you have a favorite?
Crystals.
Crystals? Oh, yeah. Do you have a favorite, George? Favorite gemstone? This one's a ruby. Yeah. I thought everybody else has diamonds, so I might as well have a ruby. Yeah.
I have some on here.
Oh, beautiful. So this was a wise woman, a teacher, was passing through the forest. Can you see the forest in your mind? Leave, Harmon said, and she put that in the sky, and it was a man, dressed a man. Bread and a piece of cheese. And she offered the bread and cheese to the beggar, but the beggar's eyes grew big at the sight of that beautiful gem. Yes, do you like it? Here, take it too. And she gave the man the gem. The beggar could not believe his luck. He wrapped the gem in his cloak and he quickly scampered off. And the wise woman arose and started off on her way again. Walk, 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 walk. But she was surprised a few minutes later to hear footsteps behind her, and she turned around and saw the beggar before her again. Now, why do you think the beggar came back? For more food? Maybe so. The beggar held out the jewel. Wise woman, may I give this back to you? I don't want it. What do you want? She asked. I want whatever it is you have that allowed you to give it away. I want whatever it is you have that allowed you to give it away. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, may it be so. We're going to sing you to class now. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Do you want to use that microphone there?
Oh,
Or the handheld? I don't?
Yeah.
I'll let the boss decide, the tech people.
no. They'll adjust it.
I think it's on.
When Congregational President Rebecca Williamson did volunteer shout out for this year's pledge drive, over a dozen people came to the first meeting to continue Namaqua's legacy into our next year.
Our first meeting was great and gracious, and Kathy and I enthusiastically pinky linked up to take on the task of facilitating the pledge drive for all of us.
Now, we've done a lot of fundraising in our past lives, but nothing quite like this. To quote Newton,
We are standing on the shoulders of giants. Past volunteers who had taken on the lead of this precious task were helpful and full of information.
They met with us and entrusted us to carry on their legacy of success.
I've been at Namaqua since the pandemic. I remember each week blessing the tech team that kept us in community with one another via Zoom.
And I just became a member last month. And to be honest, I actually moved to Loveland just to be near Namaqua, my new spiritual family. This community means that much to me. And I suspect I'm not the only one.
Our beloved members travel every week from Fort Collins, Windsor, and even Estes Park to be gathering here each Sunday. Our spiritual siblings tune in on Zoom from the East Coast to the Southwest.
And thanks to our YouTube channel, anyone, anywhere can get reinvigorated by our services at any time. I met Tam at Namaqua's political policy team meeting. We were reading On Tyranny by scholar Timothy Snyder, and you might think this sounds like a boring book club, but I assure you it's not. Our group discussed the current political climate, as well as our hopes and concerns for the future.
It was personal. We made real connections. We made real friends. I'm a goody squeezy squeezy. That wasn't scripted. Our monthly women's group meeting, it fires me up every single time. I actually long for it.
I look forward to it. And the mindfulness group that meets in Parker Hall has a ball.
Ryan Marvel, teaching music theory, and the choir, they are our singing soul.
Seniors connect online, and there's the virtual sisterhood.
We have UU writers and pastoral care.
Dances of universal peace. The social justice ministry.
Our ukulele band and all the other enthralling,
Captivating.
enriching programs we have to offer are open to families. We provide childcare if we know you are coming. Our children are our children. We make space for them, and we want you all to take advantage of everything that Namaqua has to offer.
This is why today
Right now,
we are asking all of our new members and friends
and the older ones, to think deeply about what Namaqua means to me.
and pledge to give until it feels good for you. Please join us for a fellowshipping potluck party after the service today in Parker Hall, back around that way. And for the first 20 members who turn in their pledge form, we'll ring the bell. And we'll give you a special gift courtesy of Chef Jason.
Look for the big box in the back of the sanctuary and also in Parker Hall. You can put your envelopes in there or you can mail them in. Each week in March, we will show you our progress on our giving thermometer. And also, thank you, Steve Dornsife. He recommended a participation thermometer.
Our goal is to get 100% participation on that thermometer that Tam just showed you. So having the whole congregation pledge something. The budget for this year, fiscal 2025 to 2026, is $160,000. I know we're going to beat that number so that we can continue growing and expand the programming we have. However, $160,000 is where we need to be if we want to stay where we are today. Earlier, we challenged our elected leaders to step up and kick off the pledge drive. So as of today, our leaders have already committed to $17,000 toward our pledge drive.
Early money is like, well, in Emily List's words, early money is like yeast. It makes the dough rise. So we want you to get in there and be the first person to put your pledge in. Awesome.
Thank you. All right, Tam.
That's a little cheaty, isn't it? Get in there. Get it in there. Okay, we're gonna finish, or this is gonna go too long, and then I'll get in trouble. Do we have a quorum? With everything that's going on in the world,
That's okay.
oops, put that anywhere. With everything that is going on in the world, we need UU leadership in our community. It has never been greater.
The need for UU fellowship has never been greater.
The need for UU sanity has never been greater. And we don't have to do it alone.
The theme of this year's pledge drive is what Namaqua means to me. So let's hear from our members.
I have been coming to this Namaqua for a year now, and I have absolutely loved it. Every meeting is inspirational in the way of how we can help our fellow human beings and what is going on in the world that we may not otherwise know about. Dana is very knowledgeable about people who need some help and what's going on just in different parts of our world and our city and our area, which is just extremely good. And then I just love the people. They're all so friendly. Everybody has been very nice. And I come and, you know, it's so nice to get hugs from people that you're getting to know, and we have different things going on, so you see each other more than just on Sunday, which really builds fantastic relationships, and I just love these people.
And to me, Namaqua is home.
Namaqua provides our community with a strong and growing presence for liberal religious values, thought, and action.
And I'm a member here with my wife, Jan Sullivan, and we were looking for a place to go and be a part of a community that had same beliefs and did things for people. And when we found this particular place, it suited us perfectly. I've had and met countless friends. It's brought me and my wife much closer together as far as talking about different things and events and stuff that we can do for people. And besides getting involved, we've invited several people from the place here have been to our house for meals, and that's what we're getting out of it. We're getting a whole life out of it, and it's makes us feel really good. So
I've been a member here for a couple of years now, but I'm a lifetime Unitarian. Coming to Namaqua in Loveland has been a gift to me. It gives me a time to reflect, to refresh, and to connect.
I've been a member here for years, and I keep coming because I love this community. It's a place I can find myself and learn and be supported and love everybody. Thank you.
I'm Katie Fox, and Namaqua to me is a chosen family for myself and my kids where we can truly be ourselves.
Hi, My name is Emily, and I love going to church because...
Why? Why do you love coming to church, baby?
Just because.
Just because? Okay. Because we practice love, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I attend and participate in Namaqua because I feel like when they say come as you are congregation, I can feel like being my authentic and unique self here. I come here because it enhances my spiritual growth. I feel welcomed and appreciated, and I do believe we do a wonderful job of taking care and loving each other and myself and out into the world. Yes. Peace. Love.
I go to Namaqua because every time I go and I leave, I just feel a little better. I feel like my batteries needed to be recharged, and I leave with positive thoughts and feelings. Thank you.
And Namaqua means to us unity. It's nice to be in a like-minded room and know that there's no judgment, which is part of it. It's the only time during the week where we don't feel out of place somewhere. Practice love.
And I've been a part of this congregation just for a short period of time, but at a time of my greatest need. And Namaqua has actually been an open door. It has been beyond help to me and most welcoming congregation I've ever seen. So I'm more than happy and grateful to be a part of this community. Thank you.
I've been a member here for a decade or more because through all those years I've found the caliber of the people, the caliber of the community, and the caliber of the messages reinforcing, inspiring, and important. And I'm proud to be a member. That's it.
Namaqua is a place where we build community. We share stories. We create song together, and we build trust and friendships.
It means the love that I feel when I walk through the doors. It means the acceptance of everyone and the commitment to serve others.
And I've been with this church for about 5 years. And what it means to me is community. When I moved here, I didn't know a soul or a couple of family members. And this is what I believe.
What Namaqua means to me is community. I don't like the word church, and I don't like the word worship, but I love community, and that's why I'm here, because everyone here is my dear friends, and it means a lot to me to have such friendship. Thank you.
Namaqua is a warm embrace.
The reason I came to Namaqua is because I was searching for a Unitarian community, and I actually moved to the Loveland area because Namaqua was here. It's the community, the social justice action, and the sense of belonging.
And I live in Windsor, so Namaqua has really created a community for me. I'm sort of between Windsor and Fort Collins and Loveland, and so Namaqua has become my home, actually, away from home, and with friends and groups.
And what Namaqua means to me is a community of such warm, loving people. It's truly family to us, and we love the way that the people here walk their talk. The social justice aspect is especially good for us. Thank you.
Namaqua means more to me than I could ever say. This community has been my anchor, my valued teacher, my growth catalyst. Namaqua saw me from rock bottom to thriving family. From a soon-to-be single mom to purpose and belonging and support network, my 5-year-old was born into this community and cherishes it. I met my beloved here, the father of my son. When I walk through these doors, I know where I'm supposed to be.
Hi, my name is Pete Buckmeyer, and I really support Namaqua. I've supported it since it was born on my back porch, and I really want to make sure that Namaqua, or the ideas that we've agreed to are moved forward. That's all I can say. I love Namaqua, and I'm willing to work with Namaqua, and part of it is we need to have the finances to do it. So please do what you can to help us get to where we want to be. Thank you.
Well done, you. You deserve this loving community because you are loving people, and we are all being divinely guided to our highest and best, and that's why we're here. Each week you offer each week you support the work of this congregation and all the ways we live our values in the world through your own generosity. In addition to supporting this church, half of your donations support a local nonprofit organization helping us to make a real difference beyond our walls. During the 2 months of March and April, we are giving to Wildlands Restoration Volunteers. This organization began when 20 people came together to plant willows near Longmont in 1999. It has since grown into a core of 3,500 active volunteers who donate over $800,000 in labor and expertise to Colorado's natural heritage every year. WRV empowers residents to care for the land through Wildlands University and a bilingual youth and families program. WRV concentrates activities along the Front Range, including projects on the Big Thompson River. Our own Pedro Lopez serves on the board and was the 2020 Volunteer of the Year. And we have a guest speaker today, and Reverend Dana will introduce.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, Kevin Pierce is here today to tell us more about it. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having me. And on behalf of Wildlands Restoration Volunteers, just want to say how much we appreciate your really generous support. I'll just highlight that. Wildlands Restoration Volunteers, we strive to heal the land and build community by engaging volunteers, thousands of volunteers each year, and over 150 volunteer stewardship projects each year. We just highlighted some of those locally here in Loveland, planting native species, removing invasive plants to restore habitat along the Big Thompson. And your support also enables the work I do, managing our youth, family, and bilingual programming, which focuses primarily on environmental justice and engaging young people and families from communities that are disproportionately impacted by pollution, climate change, who have less access to nature and green spaces, and who have been marginalized in terms of their civic engagement and access to decision-making processes because of race, immigration status, or whatever it might be. So your support really means a lot to us, and please consider getting involved, coming out to one of our local projects. We would really love to have you out there. All are welcome. All of our projects are family friendly, all ages friendly, and we would love to see you out there. So thank you again so much for your support, and just let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you will see us out there, right? Is that true? Yeah. I knew it. So each week, first of all, wasn't that a beautiful piece? Yeah. Thank you, choir. And Ryan and Slip, thank you. So we come together each week to be together as a community, to hear the joys and concerns and sorrows and hopes and dreams of our community and all the ways that life is showing up for you and you are showing up for life. So if you happen to have a brief, personal, joy or sorrow you would like to share, I invite you to either come to the microphone or raise your hand. You know, it worked pretty well with me bringing the mic around. So I'm happy to bring the mic to you, and if you want to come up here, that's fine too. And if we have any written comments on the chat on Zoom, our Zoom host will read them aloud towards the end. And today we're really honoring and celebrating being in community. So I invite you to put your hand on your heart with each person sharing, and let's just say we hold you in our hearts. Whether it's a joy, sorrow, whatever it is, we hold you in our hearts. And I would like to start by just holding in our hearts all of the harm that is happening in our world right now, in our country, and around the world, from the decisions of this administration, the immigrants, the children who are losing their parents, being deported, the federal workers that are losing their jobs, or maybe, or not sure. Those who have student loans who don't know what to do. Transgender people who are being attacked. Black, indigenous people of color who are being attacked. The list goes on. May we hold them all in our hearts, and may we hold you in our hearts during this very difficult time. We hold you in our hearts. Thank you. All right.
Mark, getting a look for this. I wasn't going to say anything, but it is Katie's birthday today. Now, in lieu of singing happy birthday, please don't. In lieu of singing happy birthday, just come up and wish her a happy birthday, just let her know she's welcome in this community. And yeah, I love you. No, don't sing happy birthday. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Katie. You tried. Happy birthday to you. And we hold you in our hearts. Thank you.
This past week was the anniversary of the Selma to Montgomery March. And I was born and grew up in Montgomery, and I was in the 10th grade when it happened. It went within 2 blocks of my house. So it's always been very special to me. When Mary Ellen and I went and visited there, we were able to walk over the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And one thing that I learned this past week, which I did not know before, is that there was a Unitarian minister that got murdered during
James
that
Reeb.
event. Yes. And so the Unitarians have been at it for a long time, and we're still here.
Yes, that was James Reeb. I'll tell you the story of him one of these days, but not today. Great. And we hold you in our hearts and all who were there that day.
A Unitarian minister and a Unitarian housewife.
That's right.
From the
Viola Litsu.
Viola Leos. Both of their spouses told them not to go.
Yeah. That's us listening not to spouses.
A member of my kindergarten class died this year.
Oh.
I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, and if we're not still there, we kind of know what people are still doing. And she and I had been talking about getting together for years, and 2 years ago, we did finally do that.
Good.
I kept track of her pretty easily because she had her own radio show on the same station for 40 years in Lincoln. That won't happen again. But, in any case, there's still one member of our kindergarten class who I'll be emailing today. There probably are other ones, but one that I know The other is more or less a mutual sorrow. I try to be brief because it's tempting to speculate, but I've been a lawyer for over 50 years, and not for the last 20 practicing. Mercifully, nobody comes down to ever tell you what a great day they're having. But in any case, our laws are based on voluntary compliance. We do everything every day that we don't even realize what we're doing because I stop at red lights in the middle of the night because they're red. The president's saying he's not going to follow the Supreme Court. They don't have an army. They don't have a police force. I was going to speculate. I don't know. I'll do what you do. Just watch.
Yeah. Thank you, Fred. We hold you and all who are affected in our hearts. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to go up there and then.
Some of you know I teach at CSU, but you may not know that what I teach is writing and what I choose to teach is news media. So I have a lot of, I'm like very tired. And that involves a lot of sorrow for watching what's happening, and not just actually happening, but the way we talk about it and the way we trust or distrust news. But I also have students who are learning about that process and learning about how their disconnection from the news is also a form of taking a side, and how to talk to people across divides. So that's joyful. But I also want to just add that in the midst of all of this stress, a thing that is bringing me joy that I'm very grateful for, if you're not already aware of, are both the websites and newsletters from Waging Nonviolence and from Rebecca Solnit, who is about the only encouraging voice is out there. So they are bringing me solace. Mayhap they will bring you solace.
Thank you, Slip. We hold you and your students in our hearts. Kathy. There you go.
My name's Kathy. I just wanted to let you all know Anne Marie Kiansky had the surgery on that pesky foot on Monday. She said she's doing pretty well. She's so darn self-sufficient. She says she doesn't need anything right now, but we'll keep in touch. Cards and letters, calls. I'm sure she'd love all of that, but she's doing well. It's going to be about 8 weeks recovery, so I'm sure she's up there. Yep.
Hey, Anne Marie.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. Anne Marie, we hold you in our hearts and may you heal well. Yeah, good. Thanks. Do you want to?
Good morning, all. I've sometimes thought of myself as a migratory species, but I'm really glad you're on my route. It feels like coming home. It always does. But I will tell you, I often join you from Vermont, from my home there. And I moved to this particular town, Brattleboro, because there was a UU congregation. It's amazing. I wish you all could meet each other. And it has saved my life, as you have also when I was here. I'm just more than, and my daughter's getting married in 2 weeks. Yes. So that's why I'm here. I'm here for a little while, and I can't wait to have time to visit with you. I miss you more than I can say.
Well, we're excited that Trish is going to be joining an online small group ministry. Woohoo! So that'll be fantastic. Glad to have you here. We hold you in our hearts.
Hi, I'm Pete Buckmeyer, and Mim is under the weather today, so I said I'd wave to her. So, hi, Mim. Get better.
Nice. We hold you in our hearts, Mim. Thank you.
Okay, I hope I look better in person than I did up on the
Oh,
video.
you looked
That was
great.
awful. That was awful.
You were fantastic.
I just wanted to say, as far as all the community, we joined a year ago. We started coming a year ago, joined in July. We're not joiners, but we have loved it here. I didn't think I'd cry.
That's okay.
Love all of you. I went to the community kitchen Friday night and love the people there. We just have a good time and it's such a great thing to do. And afterwards, there were 5 or 6 of us that went out to Henry's for drinks and for hors d'oeuvres and just had such a good time. And it is such a good example of, service and then also receiving. It just is filling me up. It just is so wonderful to see these people and have them every week and give hugs and say hello, and I just love it. So thank you.
Thank you. We hold you in our hearts.
Yeah, I just want to say that I got here through a very, very tumultuous time. And this church has been such a home and so loving, and I've met so many great people that are friends of mine now. But I was, in this process, I was going to move down toward Denver, toward my daughter. I wasn't sure where, I didn't know I was going to be here, and that the real grief was leaving this congregation. But with all the synchronicities, it seems that I found a place here in Loveland. So it's my joy may be your sorrow, but it looks like I'll be staying here for a while. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely a joy, and we hold you in our hearts.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I was adopted by a couple that escaped Nazi Germany, and my father was amazing. He worked for Albert Einstein, and then they immigrated over here, and he went back to be a prosecutor at the Nuremberg war trials. And this is a story I'd love to share more with you, but my point today is I was talking to a college friend, and they're very interested in this story and expanding on it. And my message to everybody is don't be quiet, don't be silent, don't accept this. Be as vocal as you can, make other people uncomfortable, and we will push our way forward through this. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrea. We hold you in our hearts, and we take to heart your message. Okay.
I'm Vicki, and I'm coming up here so that people on Zoom can see me and hear this too. I can't tell you, am I coming across here?
Yeah, you're good.
The number of people who have spoken today are new people, and it just makes my heart so joyful. And I hope this continues. But I'm here to say that doesn't give the old timers an excuse to disappear. So you all keep coming and invite, if you know somebody that's been around a while and you haven't seen them for a while, give them a call, send them an email, send them a card. Let's get some of those people back too. We just love having this great mixture.
Thank you, Vicki. And we hold all of you in our hearts. Thank you. Okay, one more here, Lori.
This is hard for me. I'm a non-speaker. I have been here a really short time, and I just love it here. You guys are a family to me, and some of you don't know why I came. The 6th of March is the first anniversary of my husband dying in an avalanche, and his friends brought him back. He was under the snow and gone for 28 minutes, and he's home and healthy and doing fabulously, and I thought that I needed to up my game because I'm not a person that believed in miracles. In fact, I was rolling my eyes when people would say, "What a miracle," and I'd be like, "No, it's medical science. You should see what the doctors do." But so I'm open now to miracles because of you, who you guys are and what you bring to my life. So Thank you for all the joy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We hold you and him in our hearts. I'm glad he's doing well. And science can be miraculous too. Again and again. Anything on Zoom? Okay, great. Well, my friends, I'm going to invite us into a very brief meditation. Just taking a breath as we hold each other in our hearts for all of the spoken and unspoken joys, concerns, and thoughts. We hold each other with love, now and always. May it be so. Amen. And we're going to skip the song. It's so great to hear everyone's reflections and thoughts, but we are running a little behind, so we're skipping ahead a bit. And contrary to our opening words, I will try to be brief. When you see geese flying along in a V formation, you might consider what science has discovered as to why they fly that way. Have you ever read about this? As each bird flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the bird immediately following. And by flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds at least 71% greater flying range than each bird flew on its own. People who share a common direction and sense of community can get where they are going more quickly and easily because they are traveling on the thrust of one another. When a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of trying to go it alone, and quickly gets back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird in front. And if we have as much sense as a goose, we will stay in formation with those people who are headed in the same way we are. And when the head goose gets tired, it rotates back in the wing and another goose flies to point. It is sensible to take turns doing demanding jobs, whether with people or with geese flying south. We call that step up, step back. Finally, and this is important, when a goose gets sick or is wounded by gunshot and falls out of formation, 2 other geese fall out with that goose and follow it down to lend help and protection. They stay with the fallen goose until it is able to fly or until it dies, and only then do they launch out on their own or with another formation to catch up with their group. If we have the sense of a goose, we will show up for each other like that. And you can feel it, can't you? When you're trying to go solo and the struggle to fly is so much harder. Isn't it amazing that when you feel that lighthearted lift on your wings, when you find your community that welcomes you just as you are? All of life, with all of its struggles, somehow becomes easier and more doable. It is hard to put a value on this feeling of belonging, this feeling of coming home that we've heard so much about today, of being in a place that doesn't make your skin itch with narratives that rub you the wrong way, a place where we need not think alike to love alike, where each person's spiritual path is their own and they are supported by each and every one of us on your journey. You see, this is more than just a place we gather on Sunday mornings. I think you guys have already demonstrated and named all of this already for me. But you've heard about all the things happening, and that wasn't even all of them. Namaqua UU is more than any one person or any one group of people. It is a community, endlessly evolving, enriched by each new person that walks or rolls through our doors for any event or gathering. This community is where we come to grow our hearts, and a spiritual home of belonging, and a group of people who will take action to make a difference in this world. As my friend Reverend Jeremy Nichols says, not only do you belong here, but we are not the same without you. And being a part of this community is so much more. It is an investment in your sense of well-being. We've also heard people mention that today. There have been a number of studies that show the benefit of being part of a church community. This one I picked out from Yale School of Medicine mentions that there's a lower frequency of unhealthy behaviors. Subjects are healthier because they are more likely to engage in good, healthy habits such as exercise. You guys exercise more because you come here. Is it the steps? I don't know. We have stronger support systems and social ties. Subjects report more friendships, closer relationships with more family members, and participation in more leisure activities. Subjects report improved emotional well-being, a greater feeling of happiness, and fewer symptoms of depression. We're better than a pill. Of course, you could have told me that. Attendance acts as a linchpin because it is associated with better overall health practices, more friends and relatives, more social activities, and higher levels of well-being. Pew Research tells us that people involved in faith communities tend to be happier and healthier and have a greater sense of well-being and are more civically engaged. They also tend to have better mental health and increased longevity. Faith communities help people navigate grief, trauma, and hardship. I love what Roger said in the video, that you've gained a life. That you've gained a life. And that really summarized what so many people were saying. So when you support Namaqua UU, you are investing in your well-being and the well-being of each and every one of us. You also help to create the center for living our values in the world. This is priceless. This is priceless at any time, but it is becoming more critical during this new unfolding era. We need one another. We need one another, perhaps more than ever before. So how does it feel when you are generous at just the right amount in your life? How does that make you feel? Can you get in touch with that at the moment? And how do you feel about yourself? And how might you feel when you are not generous? Is generosity a value that brings your life joy and meaning? The research tells us it does. So think about this. Wouldn't it be really weird if we charged money when you walked in the door? We were doing some figures the other day, and it turns out if we did, we'd charge about $25 per person just in order to cover the costs of a Sunday morning. But we don't, because we have always functioned as a gift economy. Everything in this building, all of your staff, is paid for by this gift economy coming from all the pledge drives that have happened during the life of Namaqua UU, which is almost 25 years. We're right at 25 years. And just like those who have come before, your pledge and all the ways that you contribute to this community through sharing your time, your talent, your treasure, doesn't start with a T, but your wisdom, your beautiful hearts, your amazing selves, keeps this community alive and full of growth and vitality. So generosity and gratitude are two sides of the same coin, and they cannot be separate. For to truly feel the deep sense of gratitude is to naturally want to show one's generosity, to care for it. This even shows up in our 6 shared values covenant with all the congregations in the entire UUA. And this, one of them is generosity that I have highlighted in this slide. And generosity shared value says, we cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. That's a value that we have as Unitarian Universalists. We covenant with each other to cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. So, my friends, now is your chance to practice generosity as an expression of your gratitude, as a way to continue the life of this amazing community that you value. So please give until it feels good. Give what feels right. Give the amount that reflects the value that you have for Namaqua Unitarian Universalist, and feels like you are an equal partner in creating and caring for this community. Because you matter to this community. Even if today was the first day you walked in our doors, you matter. And we would not be the same without you. So thank you for being the beautiful, generous humans that you are. May we continue to make this community grow with our love. Amen, Ashe, and blessed be. I invite us to sing, Answering the Call of Love. Let's rise. So my friends, I invite you to reach out and connect with all of those around you the best that you can in whatever way is comfortable for you. As Tam extinguishes our chalice, for this is our community. Tam, come on up. There we go. Thanks, fellas. These words are by Reverend Michael Schuler. If you are proud of this church, if you are proud of this congregation, become its advocate If you are concerned for its future, share its message. If its values resonate deep within you, give it a measure of your devotion. This church cannot survive without your faith, your confidence, and your enthusiasm. Its destiny, the larger hope, rests in your hands. May we carry that into the world. May it be so. The choir has a special song for us. So I invite you to sit down if you accept this